What you're about to watch is my reaction to last week's chapter that aired on Rooster Teeth's site that you can go watch for yourself and then come back here to see my reaction to it. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the reaction. Welcome back to some more RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 6, this one titled Known by Its Song. And I have a feeling this is going to go to Yang, because we never got her last episode. And we had like last chapter, we had a ton of Blake and talking about her backstory and the whole thing and everything, and then with Ruby and Oscar and everything, that like with their whole conversation, which was freaking awesome. So that was like the entirety of last chapter. So I assume maybe this chapter is gonna be all about Yang and Weiss, because they're talking with Raven, or I guess they're leading into her tent where she's going to explain everything. So this is probably going to be a lore heavy episode, like with Raven's side of it and everything. So that's why I expect this maybe talking about her, known by its song. Maybe that could be a host things though, because in RWBY the songs are really important and everything. So I don't know. Maybe they're a legend. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? I'm pumped. Here we go. Darkness. Crow? Is that Crow? Yes? Yes. Okay.
Regular or the special?
I'm actually looking for someone. Goes by the name Shiro Wan. Ever heard of him? I heard he's a regular around here.
Who's asking?
Interesting.
Hey, I'm not some
Hiring
cop,
people?
if that's what you mean. I need Shiro for a gig. We go way back.
Way back, huh? So, he's a friend of yours.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's a pretty
gosh.
alright guy.
Is that him?
Well, in that case... You tell that jerk that he better not show his ugly face in here until he pays me the lien he owes me!
Did I say friend? I meant acquaintance. Really, we're just colleagues.
I thought it was gonna be him.
Anyways, thanks for your time, buddy. I'll just be taking off now.
Jesus. I think he's hiring people to help defend. Yeah. Ooh! A lot of people there. Oh snap, I'm gonna go back there later on.
Start.
Jesus. It's a cool girl. What the heck? Fight Club? Poor crap. This is fun. It's yeah, it's something. This is a cool art style. Holy crap!
Other shields.
Where is he right? Oh, I know he's in Mistral, but like, doesn't look like very Mistral-y.
Hey there. I'm looking for Heather. Look, pal. I've had a rough day.
She dead?
Do you know where she is or not?
Daddy? Does he know where Mommy is?
Ah, yeah, she's probably dead.
I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm guessing he's obviously he's trying to get help during the fight and everything. So they're probably all huntresses and hunters and everything. Huntsmen. First time you actually like denied a drink. Oh, damn. There's a ton of freaking names here. This is... Oh my gosh. That's all the contacts, like, dead or gone or something? He's crossing them out. Terminated. In progress 8 weeks ago. In progress, in progress. It's good to see the job board back again. That's cool. Oh, that's sweet. There's a ton of them. Everyone's out, basically. Everyone's out on a job. Oh gosh. He's back to this place again.
You got a lot of nerve showing up back here. Unless you brought that idiot with you.
Oops.
How much did Shiro owe you?
Well, I'd say about 16,000 lien.
Jesus. Damn. Just has it on.
Wait, what? Man, you must be in some serious trouble with him if you're paying me off.
His name is clear.
Yeah.
Does that
That
mean...
idiot.
Yeah. It probably means he's dead. No Faunus.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You can wait outside. Thank you.
It's weird her being like a, in a way, a servant to
So,
like...
What's
know.
the truth?
She's a maiden.
I know. It's better when it's hot.
You know, you're really obnoxious.
The truth is that truth is hard to come by. A story of victory for one person is a story of defeat for someone else. By now, your uncle has surely told Ruby and her friends plenty of stories.
Well, he's never given me a reason to doubt him before.
That doesn't mean those reasons don't exist.
Her eyes are very
You and your
vibrant.
teammates might as well be the poster children for the Huntsman Academies. Your motives vary, but you all enrolled to try and make the world a better place. It's adorable.
It's what huntsmen and huntresses do.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Some people are just in it for the money and the fame, but there's even more that are just looking to grow stronger.
Understandable.
Your Uncle Crow and I didn't attend Beacon to become huntsmen. We did it to learn how to kill huntsmen.
Interesting.
Daddy and Uncle left that part out, Aside from the Grim, huntsmen were the only ones capable of ruining our raids and hunting us down. Our tribe needed a counterforce.
So that's why they... Okay.
And
It
Crow and I were
makes
the
sense.
perfect age. The entrance exams were child's play compared to what we'd already been through. We were good. So good that we caught the attention of Beacon's very own headmaster, Professor Osborn. Even after we were put on a team, I could tell he was keeping his eye on us. Back then, I thought it was because he knew. But it was Team Stark he was interested in.
What do you mean by that?
Constant
Stark.
attention, extra training missions, turning a blind eye whenever we happened to break the rules and get into more trouble than we should have. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
What's your point?
How much do you know about Professor Osborn? About his past?
He was a prodigy, one of the youngest headmasters to be appointed to a school.
Because that's how he planned it. Because the man you know as Osborn designed those schools and has followers inside every academy on Remnant that are loyal to him and no one else.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. How could he
Well,
have...
we kind of know that.
Why would someone even do that?
Because Old Man Oz has a great and terrible secret. One that could spread fear across the world. One that he eventually entrusted to our team. And once I knew, there was no going back. I needed to know more. But with every new discovery I made, the more horrifying the world became.
Interesting.
Okay, then tell us. What's the big secret? What's so crazy that the rest of us don't know?
The creatures of Grimm have a master named Salem. She can't be stopped, She can't be reasoned with, and she will not rest until humanity crumbles at her feet.
What?
Yep, it's true.
You know you two haven't even touched your tea.
Why should we believe any of this?
Now you're catching on. So far, you've done nothing but accept what others tell you. But you need to question everything.
That is a cool.
Otherwise, you'll end up just as blind as Crow. And your fool of a father.
Jesus.
Don't you dare talk about my family like that! You need to calm down.
Yang,
What kind of gun is that? What the heck?
Listen to your friend, Yang. Your teammates never let you down before.
You don't know the first thing about my teammates! About me! You were never there! You left us! Why?
I know more than you realize. Not just about you, and not just what I've been told, but things I've seen with my own eyes. I know the Grimm have a leader. I know people who can come back from the dead. I know that magic is real.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah,
I can
she's
prove
talking about.
it. You said Ty told you all about my semblance. Well, I doubt he ever told you what Oz did to my brother and me.
What does that
Go
mean?
see for yourself.
Mom?
Oh, the crows? Yeah, the crows and raven birds.
Yang,
Ozpin
are you
did
okay?
I'll be fine once we could get her to take
I think
us
it's
to
bird
RWBY.
farm.
It's okay if you're not okay.
You didn't believe what she said, right?
Of course not. Well, not all of it. It was crazy. We have dust, semblances, but I mean, there's no such thing as magic. A raven?
I've seen that bird before.
Yeah.
Maybe it belongs to your mom?
Oh my god. Transformation scene! We'll literally see it transform right in front of her. There she is. It was behind a tree, but I mean.
How did you do that?
Well, I could explain it to you. Or
Or
you could ask your uncle.
yeah.
You're letting us go?
I'm giving you a choice. Stay here with me, and I'll answer all of your questions and more.
Oh
We can have
gosh.
a fresh start.
Ultimatum.
Or you can go back to Crow and join Ozpin's impossible war against Salem. And meet the same fate as so many others. But can you really go back to trusting someone that's kept so much from you?
All I care about is making sure my sister is safe.
I'm gonna drive the bike through the portal. That's awesome.
Yang. If you side with your uncle, I may not be as kind the next time we meet.
You aren't kind this time either.
Noted. Yeah, exactly. Noted.
I know.
This isn't right. I get one or two of them, but all of them?
They've been wiped out, effectively, basically.
Raven?
And now it comes a bike.
Oh,
Yes! Team RWBY's back together! Oh my god, this is gonna be so cool! Come on, I swear if you end it here.
Alright, the first batch is just about done.
Oh, we're nearly done
Now
too.
we just need Crow and we'll be all set.
Ah,
Do you really think he's going to bring that many people? This is a lot of food.
I don't know. But it sounds like we can use all the help we can get.
come on! Come on! Yes!
Right there!
Yes!
You're going to overcook that.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Hey, Ruby.
I'm coming.
Come on!
Fine. You
Ignore
take
it!
over.
Ignore it! Don't worry about it.
So we didn't know how many people were coming, so we just cooked all of it.
Yes? Leap into her arms.
Yang, I'm so sorry. I should have stayed, and I should have talked to you more. I just, I wasn't sure if you wanted me around.
There it is. Nice. Now all we need is Blake. All we need is Blake.
I love you.
Aw. This is so cool.
I love you too.
Finally! Finally! Oh. Hey, Oscar.
Weiss.
Part of the team. Part of the family. Nice. All we need is Blake. That's all we need now. Oh my gosh. That was so cool. It's been since volume 3 since they've all been together like that. Jesus. That was a cool girl. I liked her art style. Her like eye patch and her like weapon stand and everything like that. That was cool. The blacksmith. The poof? I hear a poof. The widower? Whittler? One of those. One of those. It's like a whole wood-based products and such. Oh my gosh. Got me all teary-eyed there. That was cool. That was awesome. Oh my gosh. So cool. So cool. Like I said, it's been since the end of volume 3 since Weiss saw Ruby, since Ruby saw Yang. It's been, well, like, it's a couple episodes, like, well, yeah, 2 episodes ago, whatever, like that. That's when Weiss and Yang saw each other for the first time since volume 3. So now all that's gonna happen is Blake like showing up. Which I hope it does. I hope it does. If the intro has anything to say about what's gonna happen, Blake is gonna show up, which is gonna be freaking awesome. It's gonna be so freaking cool. I hope that one theory that someone made in one of my comments comes true. Where like if you don't know, there's I think I talked about it in a. Did I talk about last video? I can't remember if I did or not. There's somebody brought up the fact that in one of the past episodes of this volume, like I think one of the early episodes, whatever, it was Gira that mentioned during the speech to the Faunus and everything that it was going to the school enrollment, like when school is back in session, that's when the attack is going to happen on Mistral or on Haven. Sorry, on Haven. Gira said it was 2 months away, and then I think it was that same episode or the next episode after that where I think it was, oh gosh, who was it? I think it was Team Rangers group, potentially. Yes, I think it was Team Rangers group, specifically maybe Ruby or Crow. One of them, and this was literally like I said, like an episode or the same episode that was mentioned 2 months ago. Crow or Ruby, one of them mentioned 1 month, like, until it happens. So going by that, like Gira saying 2 months and Ruby and Crow saying 1 month, it seems like if that's all we're going off of, it seems like all of the things that we're seeing for Blake's like side story, like her in with the White Fang and everything, and trying to get all that dealt with and everything, or continued on, whatever, is in the past. Is 1 month in the past. So technically, where she is right now, and where we're seeing her like in the show, she's not there current time. Current time is where Ranger is right now, like in Mistral, in that room where Ruby, Weiss, and Yang all met up. That's current time. But Blake is a month behind everybody in her flashbacks. So I'm wondering if that is true, if that theory is true, or that those facts are true, then that means we're going to probably see Blake just appear out of nowhere, way out of sequence of her stuff, and show up with Team RWBY and everything. But I know traveling between kingdoms does take a long time, and I'm wondering if there was a possible way for her to travel the distance needed to get to Mistral in a month time, or like a portal thing like like Yang and Weiss did. But they were pretty much on Mistral already. They were on the continent of Mistral. Not no, that's not the continent. Sorry about that. They were on the same continent that Mistral's on. I always forget what the continent's called. This is one of those things that never like needs to be brought up, but like in this situation, yes, it does. But I can't remember. Anyways, they were on the island, or the continent that Mistral's on. And then Raven kind of sped the process up of getting to Mistral, so that way she can see Ruby and everything like that. So I hope there's a way for Blake. Like I said, if this is true, if she is a month behind in her flashbacks, like, or in her moments where we're seeing her, I hope there is a way for her to travel that distance. Like, I'm guessing, if it is true, I'm guessing there's going to be a episode where she goes, or saying something like, we need to go fight the White Fang and Mistral, and then, like, board a boat, right? And then the boat's, like, going off the sunset. And then, like, the next episode, she's arriving, and then she like gets up and like gets the Mistral. So I feel like something like that, or they're gonna play it for a huge like freaking loop, which like even though I'm thinking about it right now, it's gonna be freaking awesome if it does happen. But like all of a sudden we'll see Blake's like kind of backstory about like, or whatever, her story in the Faunus kingdom. Why did I forget the name of the freaking island that they're on? Names, man. What the heck? My mind. We'll see her there on the island, and then the next like cutaway, we'll see Team Ranger / Team RWBY, basically minus B. But we'll see all of them together and talking or whatever, and then Blake just shows up out of nowhere and just like, oh hey guys, kind of thing. Either one of those, either like a traveling montage / like, it's been a month kind of flash forward kind of thing, whatever, or a cutaway like sequence where like it's revealed that all the stuff we've been seeing is in the past kind of thing. I don't know. I really hope it is in the past, because that way she can get there in time for the actual thing. But regardless, it is like a month or less until the actual attack happens, and I'm assuming sometime here pretty soon there's going to be some kind of time skip. There's got to be, because I doubt they're going to go day to day kind of thing, like chapter every chapter's a day kind of thing leading up to like the finale, and then like next volume is the attack. I feel like they're going to kind of speed things up a little bit, and then you know, the attack kind of thing. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like just montage, 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 train, 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 and then the attack kind of thing, or like, you know, defend, whatever. So I don't know. It's plenty of stuff can be is gonna be really, really cool. I was gonna go back here at some point and actually like pause the video where he was looking at the this like sequence here was hilarious. I freaking love this sequence. I was gonna go back here and look at the list of things, list of names on his device. I was gonna pause it there and actually like look at the names and everything, but since they're all basically dead or gone, like I feel like they're all dead, right? I because he keeps crossing them out as if like, you know, dead, never returned, you know, that sort of stuff. And we saw the bit Pharaoh, it's interesting, or Pharaoh, Ivy, hey, Ivy, Atham, Altham, Altham, how what? Althame, sure. Amethyst and Blanky, Blanky Griffin. I wonder if these names are like references. Io Rivis. So badass names though. Boyd Rainey. Yeah, so he just crosses them out. And then later on, we see, like I said, we see him looking at the this board here. Any of these names were on his list? I don't think so. Stark Silver? Isn't it like double, like silver? Like silver kind of thing? In a way. Well, no, Stark is like... Stark Silver, right? Remember, like, Team Stark is like... There's a reason why they call it Stark. I can't remember if it is silver or not. I don't know. Anyways, in progress 1 week ago, 6 days, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 1 week, 9 weeks, 4 days, 3 weeks. Bounties, search and destroys, bounties, village security 8 weeks ago. Flan. Interesting. There's actually, I wonder if that might have been the one huntsman that we saw die with Team Ranger when they were going up through the land, basically, and we got to that one town that had the one guy who died. Lucero? Lucero? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. This name right up here. You guys probably can't see that fully. You can kind of read it a little bit. Flan, basically. It says village security right here, 8 weeks ago. I wonder if he was possibly the huntsman for that mission. It's interesting. And then there's a bit here where he's actually crossing off a lot of names. Shawnee, I think Shaney, whatever, one of those names, man. Search and destroy. Aris, Umbra, 1 week ago, 8 weeks ago. Griffin, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 2 days. Yeah, so all these, it's basic. What I'm getting at is all these are missions that are in progress that should not take this long. It seems like it seems like he's crossing them off because he just knows he's like a mission for that kind of search and destroy should not take 10 weeks to do, or 5 weeks to do, or whatever. So when he sees that, I'm guessing he's going like, well, he's missing, he's dead basically somewhere, not returning. Juan Shiro I feel like that's what's going on in his head. I do love how they brought this back, because we haven't seen these screens since volume 2. that's when they kind of brought it up. They're like, "This is what you got to do," and then like the whole thing's come up, and then that's when Team RWBY does the search and destroy for for why did I forget the name of that town too? Oh my god, my mind. Mountain Glen. There we go. I had to think of the dragon. I was like, all right, the dragon's Glen. Yes, because I called the dragon Glen. But yeah, Mountain Glen. So that was like the episode that we got introduced to this whole system with the boards and everything. So I'm glad they brought that back. But it sucks that everybody on his list is like missing, kind of thing. Like every single person on his list is missing, and I guarantee you, it's Salem's forces. It's either Watts or it's somebody. Somebody is, I think it's Watts. It's probably Watts. Watts got some kind of list from Leo, and then just went out and then just dealt with them out in the field in a way, and just like, oops, they died from a grim attack kind of thing, and then just left the body or whatever. I feel like that's pretty much what might have happened. Because like Crow said, like every single person on the list is gone or is away or something. Everybody's missing and whatever. Like everybody on his contact list was gone. So there's no way that's a coincidence. Like there's definitely Watts is intervening, or like assisting Leo basically in either making all these hunters and huntresses leave the academy to go on dangerous missions. Apparently solo. Like, because all these people, there's not like team names. They're just a name, one name going search and destroy kind of thing. One name bodyguard, that kind of thing. Like, there's no team names, so they're all going solo. They're all these guys, every single person on these boards, it looks like, anyways, from the background a little bit, all look solo. So it stands to, in my mind, it stands to reason that Watts kind of made this happen. Either they all leave at the same time to go do missions and everything, not like at the same time, but like, a couple weeks in succession kind of thing. I don't know. I hope before the battle happens, I do still hope that Team Sun arrive, minus Sun, Neptune and Scarlet and Sage and everything showing up, Team Auburn, and any other students that arrive from the break, basically. I hope they all come to help. I hope Neptune of all people should arrive, because he's the best. He's a good friend of everybody. I mean, out of everybody, Team RWBY and all of them know Sun more, because he's been around since like the first volume. And Neptune kind of arrived after the fact, kind of thing, after Volume 1. When at the beginning of Volume 2 was when we first saw Neptune. But Neptune's been around just as long, kind of thing. So it stands to reason that he of all Team Sun should arrive and help Team RWBY and the rest of Team Juniper and Team Ranger, whatever you want to call them. There's got to be some kind of fan name for all of them right now, because right now we have RWBY, we have Yang, we have Weiss, we have Jean, Nora, and Ren. We have 6 people, including Crow and Oscar. There's gotta be some kind of team name that the fans can come up with to signify the good guys. Because we have like, we can't do Team Crime anymore for the bad guys. I can't remember what people came up with for Salem's group. There was something with, I remember somebody coming up with a name. I can't remember if it was kind of like a good one or not. Maybe I think multiple people came up with some kind of ideas, but I can't remember off the top of my head. My mind, everything's rushing through my head at once, trying to figure out what might happen next. And this episode was hard freaking core with like emotions because of Team RWBY getting back together, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, It's gonna be awesome next episode. I hope they do training montages. I hope they do. I Yang and Weiss need to hear it from Crow, and needs to hear it from Ozpin of all people, Oscar, the truth or his side of it, I guess, and then they kind of devise what the. I mean, Raven. What Raven said is all true. Like everything that she said is what Crow says. Like it's there's an evil being called Salem, and she's the master of the Grim, and she's fighting for evil and wants to wipe off all humanity. That's true. That's exactly true. What she said about Ozpin being more than he is, kind of thing. I mean, that's true too, but like not in a bad way. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's more to it. I definitely do feel like there's more to her side of the story and what she said about Crow and Raven. Because basically she said, she admitted, she revealed the fact that Ozpin gave Crow and Raven the ability to turn into birds. That she flat out said that. Ozpin made us like this, or however she put it. I don't know. There's something more to it, and of course we won't gonna hear any of it because Yang chose Ruby over her mom, which is a good choice. But obviously we're not gonna hear the rest of it unless Crow reveals it. I do hope that, if anything, I do hope we get that side of it. We got Vernal's weapon, some kind of disc blade looking thing. Let me see if I can jump back and actually. No, I was ahead of this. Yes. Okay, so right here somewhere in this time, that weapon. Let's see. Is there any shot? That's probably the best shot. So it looks like a kind of like a chakra, not a chakra. It's like a melee weapon that kind of, you know, bends around kind of thing. I mean, there's a World of Warcraft character that has something like that. I can't remember what she calls it or what the name of the weapon is. But it's also a gun. It looks like a double bladed or double barrel. Some kind of pistol, like a Glock looking thing, but at this angle, I mean, it could be anything. It could be a plasma weapon. I'm not sure. But it looks like, you know, it's got the handle and then the blades kind of coming off of it on both the bottom and top kind of thing to make like the melee weapon. But then it's got gun form and everything. So there's probably more to it. It might be static like that. It might not transform. That might just be it. But I mean, given Ruby, like weapon designs and all kind of stuff, it might transform to some degree. So it might like kind of switch out whatever, like the blades pop out more kind of thing, make like a full blade, which would be cool. That'd be actually pretty cool. Like having like the kind of the circle blade that she has now, but then like, you know, hitting something and the blades pop back and then like flip. And then that way she can actually use it like a glaive kind of thing, like, you know, like a double-bladed glaive kind of thing. Wonder if that's gonna be something. It also looks like it spins. The handle thing she has, it looks like that whole thing maybe spins. So, oh. Anyways, we know about that. What else? This was cool. I like this. I think out of everything, like everybody knows, like, oh, the hardcore fans of RWBY know, like since 3, I think it was since episode 3, or not episode, volume 3, the fandom has gone crazy and revealed within like the hardcore fans basically that Crow and Raven are birds, right? Like that's been like a fact since like volume 3. Last volume 4, was when it was revealed that Crow can turn into a bird kind of thing. But at that point, like that was just like the hardcore confirmation. It's like, you're right, fans, kind of thing, you know. I think this, of all things, is just to prove to the people, the non-believers, that the ravens and everything like that are out and around, flying around, is legitly Raven. Like the character, she's there. That's Raven. Because like I remember back when everyone had those theories and everything, there was tons of non-believers. They're going like, no, that can't possibly be Crow. That can't possibly be Raven. Why would there be two of the same bird? It like one's a crow, one's a raven. If you don't know, crows and ravens are almost identical. Though ravens are, I think, slightly bigger. I think the raven bird actually is a lot bigger than an actual crow. But effectively they're the same. They're just like a different like spin-off of a raven crow, whatever, from each other. Anyways, but people kept saying like, it's not a possibility, why would you say that kind of thing? And then this is just like, there it is. Like like she is literally a bird. So she was outside of Yang's window. She was watching over Crow when he first arrived at Beacon in Volume 3. She, as everyone should know now, the scene where Crow was on the overlooking the Team Ranger group as they're walking and everything, there was a raven on the branch, and she jumped off and flew. And then Crow was like, like, ha, luck kind of thing, like laughing at his misfortune. That scene, basically, that was Raven. That was the character Raven. That's Raven, kind of thing. But it's just funny that people keep denying it. They're like, nah, it can't be Raven. It's just like, it's right there. That's her. That's Raven. There you go. But again, it's kind of like a funny kind of transition, like through the tree kind of like transition. I like that kind of like arms like flail kind of thing that she did. That was cool. Superhero landing as well. But yeah, it's a good episode. If you can't tell, I'm hyped. So yeah, tune in next week for, I hope, Chapter 7. Still not quite sure if they're going to do World of Remnants at all. Effectively, they've been kind of doing it themselves within the episode. Last volume, they kind of had that with the brothers, the gods, basically like revealing the gods and everything. But effectively, we haven't had any World Remnants at all, as yet anyways. Like, we're on Chapter 6. So this is typically when they have a break. Typically, I say typically because in the past 4 years, 5 years, whatever it's been, at the midpoint, they always have a break. They just take a break off for a week. They're like, all right, take a break, everybody. Good job. Kind of thing. And then get back to it. Like over the holidays, basically, effectively, because this, like, in the next coming weeks, like, is like Thanksgiving and everything. So it stands to reason. We might get a break, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if it's ever been talked about, revealed, whatever, that there is going to be a break or not. I'm just guessing based on previous years of experience for RWBY that they might take a break. They might show something else entirely, like a World of Remnant, that kind of thing, or something else. Something else. They might take a break or something else. I'm not sure. But regardless, if anything does pop up next week, I will be recording it, my reaction to it, kind of thing. So, yes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Maybe next week. I'll see you in Chapter 7, or any other video in between 6 and 7. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.